Okay, we're on Maasrot, Perek Bet Mishnah Aleph, the first Mishnah in the second chapter of Maasrot. Our chapter is going to discuss a number of different situations where fruit become or don't become Gemar Melacha. I.e., remember we talked about in the last Perek, when do different fruit become Nigmar Melachtam? When do they become red, prepared, fully prepared, so that they're Chayav in Trumot and Maasrot? And therefore, you cannot eat them ba'arai. You can't eat them in a temporary fashion. So now we're going to discuss different situations where fruit didn't arrive at the shuk or didn't arrive at the shuk or what have you. We'll see as we go through them, different situations where they either are or are not Gemar Melacha. They have not reached Gemar Melacha. Enough for introduction. Let's get into it. Hayal ver b'shuk ve'amar. A person is walking through the shuk, passing through the shuk. They're talking about a person, says the Bartanura, and this is a pshat. Am Haaretz hachashud ala Maasrot. This refers, as we've seen many times before, we've learned in Masechet Tamai. And Am Haaretz is someone who's chashud. We're concerned not that he didn't take off Truma he believes in, but he doesn't believe in Maasrot. Why should the Levi get 10%? What does he do? Okay, Truma he does give to the Kohen because first of all, it's only a small amount, it's a tiny amount. And secondly, he knows that it's chiyuv mita b'dei shamayim. But Maaser, he doesn't want to give it to him. Moreover, but he doesn't realize in Maaser is Trumat Maaser. So, as we've learned many times, if you have Demai, if you know that it's Demai, then you have to take off Trumat Maaser, and you also have to take off Maaser Sheni and take it to Yerushalayim. Okay? So, you're walking through the shuk, the Am Haaretz, and he says, Tilu lachem te'enim, take a few te'enim. The Mishnah says, Ochlin upturin. You can eat it, and you're patur. I.e., what does it mean? He says, Ochlin upturin. The emur, we say, Lo ra'u pnei habayit, v'lo hukba'u lema'aser. He never took it into his house, okay, and it's not nikva lema'aser. Okay? If he had sold it to you, remember, selling something is kover l'maaser. Okay, so it's a matana, and a matana is not kover l'maaser. I mean, if he tells you, Tilu lachem te'enim, you can take it, then what he's saying is, I didn't take off Trumot and Maasrot, I didn't, and you can eat it arai, ochlin upturin. Therefore, the fikach, im yichnisu lebatehem, if I take my figs, the figs he gave me, he's like, here, take a couple of samples. Try it. If I bring them, but then I don't eat them there, I take them home, then mitaknin vadai. Then I have to take off, I don't assume that I take off the trumot as if it's vadai. Not demai. I assume that these pirot, that the Am Haaretz didn't take off anything. Why? Since he said, Tilu lachem te'enim, he said, just take some. Okay? Meaning, eat it ara, you can eat it here, have it right now. He's saying, take it right now, have some right here. What he's saying to you is, I didn't take off Trumot and Maasrot, and therefore, because Am Haaretz believes in Trumot and Maasrot, but he doesn't take off the full amount in the proper way, okay? And we can assume he didn't take off Trumot and Maasrot. And therefore, since he did take off Trumot and Maasrot, I can eat it arai and pturin, okay? I can eat it in the market. If he sold it to me, I couldn't. But if I take it to my house, therefore, I have to be mitaken vadai. I have to assume he didn't take off any Trumot in Maasrot, and I have to take off full Trumot in Maasrot. But let's say he says the following. He said, Tilu v'achnisu lebatechem. Here, take it and take it home. So when he says take it home, that means he's already taken off Trumot and Maasrot. Okay, he's saying you can eat it keva. But the problem is, so the first of all, it says lo yuchlu mehem arai. I can therefore not eat it arai. Why? Because we believe that he is nikva l'maaser. He took off Trumot and Maasrot, so he must have brought it to his house. He must have sold some of it. So therefore, he says you can go take it to your house because I already took care of Trumot and Maasrot. No problem. Therefore, I can't eat it arai. But moreover, the fikach. Therefore, im yichnisu lebateyim. If I take it home, and I'm ataknin el demai. I only have to take off as I would demai. Why? Because he already told me that he took off Trumot and Maasrot. And it's not that I don't think he didn't take off Truma. He didn't. He took off Truma. What didn't he do? He didn't do Trumat Maaser, and he didn't do, Maaser Ani. So therefore, Ein Metaken Ele Demai, Notein Trumat Maaser LaKohen, Maaser Rishon V'Ani, Notel LaAtzmo. Remember we said, Amotzi Michal Levarua, Levaraya, etc., vis-a-vis the rest of the halachot of Demai, and if you don't remember what that is, look it up in Masechet Demai. Okay, it's a little bit confusing of a Mishnah, but now we understand, depending on what the Am Haaretz would tell you, then you could assume either that he it wasn't nikva l'maser, and he didn't take off any trumot, and you could eat it arai, but therefore you had to be metaken vadai. On the other hand, if he said something, take it to your house, what he's really telling you is, I took off trumot and Maasrot, and therefore you can't eat it arai, but that also means that when you take it home, you have to take off tikkun demai. Stop here if you have any comments or questions, as always. Oh, that's not the right one. Here we are. Feel free to contact me at arsporter@gmail.com, and I'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rabbi Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.